Okay, the most favorite 3 4-letter acronyms. What is SaaS? Imagine this stack of IT. There is hardware, right? There is virtualized instance. We are all in the virtual environment now. We still exist, but we virtual. There is an operating system. There are operating system services like networking services. There is a web server. Understand, when you're talking about cloud computing, you are speaking about the web, right? HTTP is the fundamental of protocol on network communication. We're talking about frameworks, .NET framework, framework in cloud computing that will evolve over a period of time, and then ultimately I do my application, which I really want. Then we are talking about software as a service. Hotmail has been there for years. You've all been doing cloud computing, frankly. And that's not a marketing spin, it is the fact. Did you know how many servers Hotmail ran? Did you know which server in which country was your mailbox hosted? It's a cloud, right, after all. Right? In SaaS, I don't see anything on top of this. I only see my application. Right? So when it is Hotmail, Yahoo, Reddit, okay, CRM Online or Microsoft, we will give you the final consumable service that you want. You want CRM to create leads, you want CRMs to create codes, you have it. And there's an SLA against that. But then obviously you don't want to worry about security updates. Did I configure my database properly? What kind of hardware am I using? Is the hardware failing? All kinds of things. I will provide it to you what you ask me. That is SaaS. Right? And now I'll explain the differences across the all three, so we can understand why should we look at it. Because it looks very enticing, right? I mean, everything is gone. I just need what I want. But then imagine when I'm telling you I am a CRM provider, and apart from just changing the color of the page, nothing else changes for you. Sorry. You and the other competitor of yours will practically the same infrastructure. Next is infrastructure as a service. There is virtualized environment, there is hardware. The service provider provides you a bucket. Drop your virtual machine in that. No questions asked. Rest all you manage. So if your application fails in that, so that's not my problem. Why should I take care of that? You ask for a bucket, I give you a bucket. Whether you fill water or soda is not my problem then. Right? Which means you have to make sure that you manage the operating system, the OS services, the web server, the frameworks in your applications, including security updates. That is infrastructure as a service for you. Why is it so useful? Because then I have this entire portion from here in my control. Okay? I can do anything and everything with that. Right? You have full administrative privileges in that. Then what we evolved into is something called as platform as a service. People say, look, you want to give me virtualized environment, I get it. You want to give me pay-per-use, I get it. But boss, I need to still manage my system. I still need to provide security updates, configurations, fine-tuning, everything. Why don't you give me all of these things? I'll build an application against it. There is platform as a service for you. Windows Azure, SQL Azure of Microsoft is platform as a service. Which means when you want to build an application, what do you need? You need a web server, you need a business logic layer, you need a database. Rest all firewall, niche storage, I don't care here. I will build my code against these 3 components. So you provide me these 3 components as a platform. I will build my application against it. And I will show you as an example there. Now all 3 of them, will be very clear and candid. All 3 of them, they have their own merits and their own, I wouldn't call it even drawbacks or disadvantages, something which you should be aware of. Don't land up building something on Paas when you just realize that everything has to be in my control. Because in platform as a service, you wouldn't get administrative privileges. They will give you a database, will give you a web server. But if tomorrow you want to install inside the database some other component that requires administrative privileges, you can't do that. So you have to switch to IaaS. Now here is the beauty of cloud computing. You can use all 3 of them in time. So you can build something on IaaS, you can take databases, web servers or somewhere else, And you can also take finished services from software as a service and build your final application on it. Which means if you are a developer, nothing changes for you. The backend infrastructure is just provided on demand. If you're an IT professional, like me, infrastructure guy, it's a huge opportunity.